welcome to episode, what are we, 30, Jules?
Are we 30?
I think we're 30.
Sounds right.
Or are we 29? I think we're 30. Let's go with 30.
Okay.
Episode
that sounds
30
right.
of the Mom Game. Obviously, we are not in studio. We are in our homes because shit got crazy today and this week. And that's a good thing because that means that Julie, your husband, is home from the NHL bubble after 66 days. First of all, congratulations.
Oh, thank you. I feel like a human again, a little bit. I think it'll take a little bit of time to really get my full mind and body back to where it needs to be. But it's been awesome. We had a really sweet reunion at the hangar, the airport at Love Field yesterday. They let us go in with the kids and wait for him. And we waited for him to come off the plane and then walk in. And it was just awesome. The kids were so excited to see him and they've been obsessed with him ever since. So I'm just kind of putting my feet up a little bit and I'm all right, I'll be here. Let me know if you need me. But it's been awesome. Unfortunately, the Stars didn't come home with the Stanley Cup. That's the only way this whole thing would have been better. But we are so happy for them making it all the way to the Cup final. And everyone's just feeling really good about the season. And now we wait and see when the next season starts.
Yeah.
Because it'll be soon.
Yeah, and I forgot to mention off the top, this is the Mom Game After Dark because we're taping this at 8:00 p.m., which means we've stepped into the Zen bin.
Ooh.
You stepped in. There we go.
Welcome.
Cheers.
Welcome, Emily. Cheers.
Yes.
Yeah, we were trying to figure out scheduling and all that. And I was just thinking, why not have a Mom Game After Dark? We haven't done that yet where we kind of show everybody what it's really like when you're trying to get your kids to bed and we're having our glass of wine. We always talk about that beautiful glass of wine at 8:00 when you get everything done for the day. So why not share it with our Mom Game followers? We were trying to figure out what to call the Mom Squad or something remember we were talking with our new friend Adam about what to call everybody, maybe the Mom Squad or the Mom Mafia.
Oh, I like the Mom Mafia.
We need a name for people.
For sure.
Yes. But anyways, we wanted to share kind of our nightly routine.
Congratulations. You made it through another day and you still have two human beings that are your children that are alive and we're still married. It's
still married. So is Mike taking over duties at your house? What's going on there?
No. So the MLB season mercifully came to an end for the Rangers. It was rough. So, usually I do 100 games over a 6-month span and I did 50 over a 2-month span. So it was nuts. It's been nuts for us for the last couple of months.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I was, I'm relieved that it's over and that, I can it frees me up to do some other things. And I am headed out tomorrow on a girls' weekend to Austin.
So am I.
You are?
I'm not going to Austin, but I'm going on a girls' weekend.
You are? That's so exciting.
I know.
Don't you feel like it's the night before Christmas?
Funny. Yes.
I'm so excited. Yeah.
Well, mine's Friday. I have to still go to work tomorrow, but it's the night before Christmas. Yeah. The timing of mine was I couldn't commit until yesterday, just with you this week. I was I don't know what's happening this week until after the game Monday night. So I told my friends, I said, if this series goes to a game 7, win or lose, I'm not going to leave the morning after Kelly comes home.
Right.
I'm just not. That would be evil. And I want to see him. And after, like you said, 66 days. But since it ended on Monday and he came home Monday night, we had Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. And even he was get out of here, go. I've got this. Wow. He's going to coach 2 soccer games this weekend.
Love it.
Because the Cheetahs have a back-to-back, Emily. So pretty high pressure situation. The Cheetahs do. So he's got everything under control for the weekend. So I'm hopping on a flight Friday to Kansas City. I'm going to drive with my friends from there to the Lake of the Ozarks.
Oh, fun.
And spend the weekend there and then go back with my friends with some of my friends to St. Louis and then fly back to Dallas Sunday. So I did 2 one-ways, but Yeah, I'm excited. I'm glad you're getting away too.
Yeah, it's super exciting. Like I don't know that I've been this excited for a trip in a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, I had a question. What I wanted to talk about before we get too far into this episode, which I think from the looks of it is just going to be like a rambling mess of us.
Well, they
just kinda,
usually are when we don't have a
talking
guest
and
to keep
whatever.
us in line.
So-
when we don't have a preacher on set with us.
Okay, and that's exactly what I was going to bring up. So
Yeah.
the response that we've gotten to our last episode with Lance Marshall, my pastor, has been insane. Do you agree? Have you gotten it the way I have?
Probably not as much as you, because everyone knows he's your pastor.
True.
But from what I've seen on like the mom game Instagram, and I had some tweets, a couple tweets, I think people really related to him just being a real person.
Okay, yeah, he was awesome, and he is the official spiritual advisor of the mom game, and we also, too, big news, have a new social media guru.
Yes.
The official social media guru of the mom game is Adam Hernandez, and he's amazing. Works at Southwest Airlines and is a Texas Tech grad, and that's how we connected. And he's been so awesome and had this wonderful idea that Lance gave that great talk about how if you're doubting yourself as a parent, stop. And that's what we do so much is doubt ourselves as parents. And he just talked about just showing up.
Yeah.
And I thought that was such a great, and you know what? I'm so dumb. So anyway, Adam said it would be a good idea to do a sticker that says like, how are you showing up for your kids?
Yeah.
And I thought, what a brilliant idea. So I did that. I posted the thing from Lance.
Yeah.
And then I posted, tell us how you show up for your kids. And we got a bunch and I loved them all. And they disappeared.
Oh, no.
I didn't delete them, just so you know. I know what you're thinking. I swear I didn't delete them. But I guess on those stickers, they only last for 24 hours or whatever.
We're still new at this.
Story's up. So this is why we have someone who's trying to help us with our social media. So I screenshotted them. So if you posted something and told us how you were showing up for your kids, please know that I saw them all and I loved them and I was ready to share them with everyone. And they're gone. But it's just a taste of like the way we're going to try to be interacting with everybody. Yes. And that stemmed from our last episode, something that Lance talked about. So maybe we can have like one per episode of the theme of the episode and how people can get involved. I do want you to, I know you secretly think that I deleted them because I haven't. Well, because you delete everything. I know. I realize that. And I went to go read some stuff and I was like, oh. Where did it go? Where did it go? Okay. So what's ahead now I feel like we're both transitioning into like a new different phase for both of us. You know what I mean? Like for me, this is my other half of my life. When we started the Mom Game, this podcast, I was just about to start baseball season. So we've basically seen like that we've on this journey through the Mom Game has been me working full time. So I'm transitioning now into my off season where it looks a lot different. So I want to know now that Kelly's home, you've had, basically since we've been doing this, you've had, Kelly for the majority of it or most of it, a lot of it, Kelly's been gone. Yeah. Now that he's back and he's not working as much. I'm sure he's still working some. No, he's not at all. He's like off. Yeah. Okay. Like everybody, like they're not even in the same country as each other at this point. Sense. Like everybody went home. So what does this life look like? We don't know yet because it's just been one day of it. And he had a large to-do list that was half from me and half from himself. Cause it's like just all the little things like your, certain bills and this and that. And like things you need to catch up on. Like the door to our bedroom had like one of the hinges had come off. So I haven't been able to close our bedroom door. I was like, I'll just wait it out until he gets home. So that's already because I would assume a closed bedroom door right now is very important. I'm just saying it's been a minute. What are you trying to say? Remember in episode 1? Was it episode 1? You said that was off limits. So shame on you. But yeah, regardless, anytime you have kids, you want to be able to close your damn door. Yes. So yes, that is good that the door can close now. So it's just little things. We're going to try and plan a trip
we can't go for that long because of my job. That, I'm like still getting used to having to deal with vacation days. It's like, it's hard. But we're going to go somewhere and just relax. I'm going to go on this girls trip, and then I don't plan on like leaving the family again for a long time until we go on our little getaway. But it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. And I know you and I had a funny night. Like, I had so many like adventures by myself watching Stars games while he was gone.
Oh my gosh.
And you and I,
the picture.
So yeah, the picture. And then I think like a little bit of what this episode should be is just us like giving ourselves and each other shit.
Okay.
Like a little bit of a roast, if you will.
I'm in. So what happens on the Mom Game After Dark?
That's what happens on the Mom Game After Dark. You know what else we could do? I don't know if we're prepared for it, but we both have wine. What if we played like Never Have I Ever with momming?
Okay.
Like
we could at least do like 5 or 6.
Yeah, like Never Have I Ever blah 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 about like parenting.
Okay. All right. And I love how the producer, we're like,
I'm producing
our show, and that's part of the show.
I just thought about that, but isn't it a good idea?
I know, but this week has been crazy for both of us. But yeah, so this is welcome listeners to our pre-show meeting that we're having right now.
We're pulling back the curtain. Isn't that what you say in TV or in media? We're pulling back the curtain for you.
Yes, we're pulling it back. Okay. So can we start with the picture? And hopefully if you're viewing this, we can pop the picture up. Are you going to show it? Can you show it?
Yeah. Well, I was thinking,
and maybe Ted can go back in and
Ted could go back, but it's also like I could show on the camera
producing during the show.
Yeah. Well, it was just a roller coaster. Kosher? It was just a roller coaster of emotions, Emily. Like the whole time, it's like I was running on fumes for such a long time. I just really felt like I was, and still kind of am. But once like the end of the day came, and I sat down to watch the Stars game with so much writing on it, like for the team, for the organization, for my husband, for our family, for even my work. Like I started to talk a lot more on the air about things because they were letting me talk about the Stars, which was great. But it was like, I felt like I needed to, it was just a little more, everything was pressure. So I kind of went nuts. Like, and when the Stars would win, I would like really lose it. And I don't mean like getting hammered necessarily, but like, I just like went into this weird like place, like not here nor there, like not real life, but not like, I wasn't dead. It was like somewhere in between.
Oh my gosh. And the pinnacle moment of this was right here.
So this
right here, back it up a little bit. Okay, right there. Now turn. Yeah, we're gonna have Ted insert it.
Yeah, he can insert it. Oh,
so there's so much going on here. So much. First of all, it looks like you're wearing a red satin ball skirt. Ball gown.
Doesn't it?
I really thought you were wearing like some sort of long skirt, and I was like, what is she doing? And then there's the cat.
There's the cat and the flag and the front porch.
All of it.
Yeah. Talk about Mom Game After Dark, man. I mean, that's Mom Game After Dark. So this was after Game 5 when the Stars were down 3-1, and everyone's like, oh, they're toast. They're gone. They're done. And then they came back. It was the second night of a back-to-back. The night before that, they lost in overtime on a penalty that shouldn't have been called. And everyone just thought they were toast. And then they came back and won. They won another game, another overtime game. And I just was like so excited. I was so excited. My mom was in town, and on, I think it was Boom in the House. We were doing Boom in the House one day because Norm was gone on the Normandy invasion. And we started this thing about heel clicking whenever the Stars score a goal. And I did it once and then I quit because I just didn't like the way it looked when I heel clicked. And so my mom's here, and I also didn't have a good like photographer usually because I was alone. Ryder did it once, but I mean, he's 5. So I had my mom record, and we went outside and we did like 12 heel clicks, and then she was giving me critiques, and then I was trying over and over and over. And then finally we went to the front. We were in the back, and then we went to the front. I was like, I don't like this background. Got to go to the front yard. Let's do it in front of the hockey net in the grass.
This is
so
very important.
My mom's heel clicking. And then I just wasn't I wasn't getting the right heel click, Emily. And so I saw Blueberry. I saw the front porch. I saw the flag, and I thought, I'm just going to take a picture with Blueberry.
And it's amazing. It's
because don't you feel like the weirdest pictures and the weirdest people you ever see are holding a cat?
Yeah.
I just felt like the moment was right.
It was so right.
Yeah.
It was so right.
When you hold your cat, it turns everything up a notch in a photo, especially if you're drunk. It just makes it really weird.
Girl, you turned it up a notch. And what you didn't post, and that I'm thankful that you trusted me enough to send it, was you sent me the heel click attempts.
I did.
Oh my God. Bless your heart. Oh, it was a disaster, honey. It was an absolute disaster.
I know.
But it was such
That's why I didn't post it. That's why I didn't post it.
But I loved it so much. You have to save those just in case I'm having a bad day, if I need to pick me up. Send me that. Send me the Game 5 heel.
So then we just you and I got into this thing about embarrassing photos of ourselves and
oh gosh, I forgot I said that to you.
Pictures of ourselves, and then we were we have to talk about these because everyone has those photos, just photos of yourself that you hate. Yeah. And selfies are cool. Selfies are all the rage, right? And you can look at yourself and you can try to make it perfect. And you can try to make the lighting perfect, but sometimes you get a selfie that's just complete horse face or you just terrible angle. And you had one that killed me.
It's the worst picture. I think it's the worst picture any human has ever taken. I'm not kidding.
Can you explain what was this one? What was going on there? And I know you posted it too.
So here's the deal. So there used to be on the old iPhones, I don't know when, this was years ago, there was some sort of trick where if you push this button and that button and swipe up, it automatically took a selfie of you. It triggered it and it sent it to the person who texted you. So
what? That's terrible.
Listen to this. No shit.
How does it send it without you telling it to send?
Okay, so it's in a text message. So my friend, you know Carla Janeway. You know Carla Janeway? She works anyway, she's worked Rangers forever. She works Maverick. She doesn't work Stars, that's right. But anyway, Carla Janeway, who's got a kick-ass sense of humor, she's hilarious. Mm-hmm. And so we're texting back and forth, and she texts me and she's like, hey, if you do this, this, and this, it will give you all these new emojis or something. And this was when emojis were relatively new or whatever. Yeah. And I was like, sweet, I'm in. And so I click, and all of a sudden it snaps this picture and immediately sends it to her. I was like, oh my God, what just happened? And it was awful. Okay, so then this is what's hilarious. I sent it to Dana Larson, trying to get her. Dana Larson from Fox Sports Southwest. So I'm like, I'm gonna get her. I'm gonna get Dana. And so I sent it to Dana, and I shit you not, back comes to me the most beautiful selfie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh,
and I'm
of course.
How did you? What? Who does? What angle are you holding your phone at? Why don't you look like you have 3 chins like me? What?
So you sent her the way to trick her into doing the selfie. So I sent her the
text message that Carla had sent me saying, "Hey, if you do this and you get all these."
Okay, so it's a big trick.
It was a huge.
It's not just a.
I did it to the guys in the clubhouse. I did it. It was all the rage for a while. It was.
Oh my gosh! I can't imagine.
I don't even know. Do I?
I just can't imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Because every time you accidentally flip on your phone, it's
yeah. So the Rangers were doing it. It was all a big gag joke. But I'm telling you, that picture. Do we have it? Do you have it?
I can pull it up.
And we'll have to get Ted to insert this too. It's unbelievable.
You actually sent me 2 that were pretty bad, 2 different scenarios.
Oh, that's good. Good to know. Multiple to choose from.
This is the one that here. This is so funny, Emily. Here you go. This is it.
Back it up. It's
You guys, everybody, you can see that. Yeah. Look at that. Oh, there it is. So anytime you're like having a bad day, I'm just going to hold this up and be like, Emily, look, at least this isn't you right now. At least you look better than this.
Yeah, I mean,
today.
What is happening there? There's so much going on.
So what did you, I feel like I can't destroy it. Like, but what did you say about this picture that stood out? I don't want to say everything.
I mean, first of all, my neck, what's like my face looks so long. I have 8 chins.
It doesn't look like you at all.
My nostrils are so giant. I have very minimal eyebrows. Like, there's so much wrong with this picture. It's just so bad.
And especially like being in our line of work, right? Like,
where you're just
look good. You always think like, oh, I look good. Like I've got my makeup on. Like, I'm working.
But you get hammered when you do. I mean,
you know what I mean?
All
like,
the time about the girl. I'm trying. Don't get me wrong. I'm trying to look good. It didn't happen in that picture.
This kills me. And you look like pissed. Like you are like coming.
I'm showing it.
You are coming to F shit up, man. Like someone pissed you off. Someone took your man.
Okay, we've seen it enough. Joy, put it away.
I can't. It's so funny. What about this one? Can I do the other one?
Sure, I don't care. What do I have to lose at this point?
Oh, that's Shinsu Chu. I thought it was like a little kid.
I just took this one.
I thought this was a little kid. So first there's Shinsu Chu.
There's Chu. Okay, so the story behind this was
he looks like tiny.
It was going to be, so it was going to be probably his last game as a Ranger. And I love me some Shinsu Chu. And so I was like, hey, Choo Choo, let's take a selfie. And so, so I took the selfie and it came back like that. And I was like, oh, I'm not going to post this because I look terrible. And I'm like, who fucking cares? Like, I don't. I don't care. Like, whatever. Okay, I look like shit. And my nostrils look giant. Like,
but, okay. And what I love about you is you posted it and you're like, obviously I've discovered something. Like I found the worst angle to ever take a selfie, which is amazing because everybody can relate, you know?
Well, I mean, listen.
Everybody can relate because
I've lost all shame at this point.
There's some pictures that you're just like, no, nobody see this picture of me. And those were, oh my God. Obviously, I think those are pretty funny because I can't breathe. And then it led to like, oh, someone had some mean comment on there for you. We know it was like people.
So I said, obviously, it's the worst possible angle you could take a selfie at, and some guy was like, "Oh yeah, that is a really bad angle."
Well, yeah. And then another guy was like, "We get it. We know you're friends with the players. Like, try doing more reporting or whatever."
Oh yeah, yeah.
So do you save those when people are really big jerks?
Do I save them?
Yeah, like the comments, or was it still on your Twitter? Because you found it.
Oh, it's still on my Twitter. I just screenshotted it.
I thought maybe you like saved them for like a later date. Like I'm gonna come and get you.
Yeah, like I have a voodoo doll for each person on Twitter. So basically, I have a whole storage facility full of voodoo dolls from people who have said bad shit to me on Twitter.
We'll get them one way or another. No one has to know about the voodoo dolls.
We are gonna do that one time where we just read mean tweets about each other. Like read mean tweets about yourself. Like.
Yeah.
Kind of therapeutic.
Well, I started blocking people so I don't see them because I'm so tempted to reply. Like I want to reply so bad. And I'm like, if you reply, like, you know, we all know we're not supposed to reply.
Right.
But if I keep seeing it, it just like, it grains on me or grinds on me.
But my strategy is like, I pick my battles. Like sometimes it just depends on the mood I'm in. Like if I'm feeling feisty or whatever. And then sometimes it just hits me at the right time. And I'm like, F you. Like I'm going to say something back. And then everybody immediately says don't feed the trolls, blah blah blah. And I'm like, I get it, but sometimes I want to feed the trolls. Sometimes I want to get into it. Sometimes I want to, you know, they're like, just don't even acknowledge that you see it. And I'm like, first of all, unless you have a gazillion followers and everyone checks their mentions. And if they say they don't, they're lying. It's like players saying they don't pay attention to what's being said in the media.
Right.
That's
They all
that's a
do.
lie.
I know.
They do.
I know. It's impossible not to. It's like, we're ready to play our first ever edition of the mom game. Never have I ever with our wine. If anybody doesn't know, like if you were never a teenager and you didn't play the game, what this is if you say something and if you have done it, you have to take a drink.
You have.
So
okay.
yes. Yeah. If you have done it, you have to take a drink. And just as a quick aside, I feel like with our show, we want to do like, it's obviously about momming and we want it to be real, but I also never want it to be cheesy. Like, you know, some mom things are so cheesy. So I had on the Kelly Clarkson show the other day.
Yeah.
And actually, I didn't have it on. It must have been a clip of it, or I saw it on Instagram or something because I don't watch it. But Kelly Clarkson had a thing and it said, and it's everybody's on like TV screens, you know, because they can't have anybody in their audience. And a big graphic popped up and it said, "What's your greatest mom sin? Sorry, not sorry." and it was so cheesy. And it was like
read it in that voice.
Yeah, it was like, greatest mom sin. Sorry, not sorry. Like, sorry, not sorry. By the way, I don't like that. But it had like Jessica Alba and, you know, any of her guests, and they all said their greatest mom sins. I thought about it and I was like, well, I want.
And were they really telling their greatest mom sins?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think so. They were trying to like be cute about it, but we're real here on the mom game.
Extremely. We post terrible pictures of ourselves. I mean, how much more real can you get?
Right. And like we said from the beginning, it's not a mom game show to tell you how to mom because we're still figuring the heck out.
Hell no.
Yes, but we can at least share experiences. So
yes.
Never have I ever. The mom game edition. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Never have I ever.
I'm just drinking. Okay. Sorry. That's going to be my problem.
Yeah. Pace yourself. Okay. So I'll start with never have I ever accidentally left my kids at home by themselves.
I don't think I've done that because mine are too little. They would be.
So here's the quick story.
Yeah.
So I used to teach a workout class on Tuesdays at 5:45 in the morning.
Of course you did. Uh-huh.
Shut up.
Of course it was that early.
So every Tuesday, 5:45, I go, whatever, come back. But the kids should still be sleeping. Maybe they're awake, whatever. So I come home and open the door. The kids are TV's on, kids are awake, whatever. My husband, Mike, is standing at the counter in a full sweat with his workout clothes on.
Oh,
and
no.
Like, where are you coming from? And I was like, from teaching my class. He was like, oh, he went and worked out too, left our kids at home.
Where did he think you were? Did he think you were in bed?
He just didn't. He just spaced. Like, he just totally spaced on everything. Like,
Oh
it's
my
early in the morning. He just was trying to get out the door, whatever, to go work out. I get lost track of the days. So Henry's 4 and Hattie is 2, and they were by themselves. When he came home, they were like starting, you know, like pouring some cereal, had the TV on, had no clue that both of us were gone.
So they got out of bed.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got out of bed and were starting their day.
Oh my gosh, Emily.
Yeah. And we both like completely freaked out. We're like, oh shit. So yeah. So there's my first one.
My follow-up to that is that I have one of those monitors where you can see your kid when it has the Wi-Fi connection. I don't, not to be like rude, but I don't know if they have.
Such a bitch. No, they didn't. And if they did, it was like too
I'm just
pricey
kidding.
or something.
But, yeah. But anyway, so just mess.
You know, if they had that when you had kids.
So anyway, I know I can say that because I know that you're awesome. So anyway, like I'll take that and try to figure out like, okay, how far is too far? You know, like you like walk the line. And our last house, we actually bought the house because it backed up to the Inwood Tavern, which was one of our favorite bars. And so we were like, and then I got pregnant like out of nowhere. I wasn't supposed to get pregnant that quick and we didn't get to enjoy it at all. So then it was like, all right, well, how far does this go? We never did it because I couldn't justify being at the bar and my kids sleeping. But we did see that like you could get to the dumpster of the bar with the Wi-Fi working if you wanted to go hang out by the dumpster, but we didn't do that.
To go drinks.
Right. Oh man. Okay. Well, that's a good one, Emily.
Okay.
My first one's just a fun, easy one. Never had a kid that pooped on the carpet tonight.
Stop it.
Oh.
Okay, I can take a half drink because my kid today. Yeah.
Today.
Today.
Okay, perfect.
I go upstairs to the bathroom and it looks like someone's been murdered in the bathroom.
Oh, God.
Apparently Henry didn't flush the toilet and the dog got in and got after the poop in the toilet.
Oh, no.
So it's like, and you can imagine the way it smelled and it's on the floor. And I mean, it was so.
That doesn't want anything to do with the poop, the human poop.
Dog? Good question. The dog's crazy. I don't know. But yeah, so it's ironic that you asked that question when just today I had to clean up my kid's shit off the floor because he was like, I tried to flush, it didn't go down. I'm like, well, can you come and tell mommy when something like that happens? Like, let me fix it.
Right.
Let's not do this.
Like, I love God and I love the earth he made. But like, why did he create it to where we have to clean up another human's shit for like 4 years just to be a mom?
I know. I was just thinking today too, though, like one of the greatest accomplishments of my life is the fact that my kids can wipe their own ass. You know what I mean? Like that's, like I did it. Like that's, man.
But then sometimes they don't.
But
and you see it in their underwear.
Oh God, the skid marks.
The skid marks, Emily.
Oh
do they go away? I mean, I guess you're still kind of in the thick of it.
Still going strong over here.
I mean, I know grown men.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one that sticks with us for a while, Jules. Yes. Okay, all right, moving along. Let's see. Never have I ever forgotten a child in timeout.
Yeah. Oh,
you have. Oh, I haven't. Timeout never really worked for us.
It's working for Anna. She's still little. It sort of worked for a Ryder, but I'll forget about Anna because the thing they say with timeout is like you do however many minutes because of same as how old they are. So like for Anna, I would do 2 minutes. They say you're not supposed to do more than that. So I haven't like completely forgotten about her, but I'll say, okay, 2 minutes. And then like 7 minutes later, she's like, Mama, can I come out of timeout? And she's good. She stays in there. But that's about it.
Yeah, when they get older, you just go to grounding, and grounding is the everything, and the taking away of the PS4 or whatever it is that they're addicted to. Then
that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's the carrot you dangle.
Yeah, for sure. I've done the hide and seek. Forget about hide and seek. We talked about that before.
Yes.
Where you tell them to go hide, and you just like sit there and check Instagram. Right. You're like, I'm counting. This one, never have I ever given my kids an iPad for 2 hours or more.
We're in the middle of a godforsaken pandemic. I think there's probably a lot of moms that would be drinking on that one.
Yeah, I know. Something about like getting past the 1 hour, like 1.5 hour mark makes me feel like, but you do it sometimes. Sometimes it's your childcare. Like when we had Lance on, Ryder had the iPad that whole time.
Yeah, it happens.
Yes, it happens.
Okay. Never have I ever apologized. Oh, never have I ever given a punishment I immediately regretted. That's a yes for me.
Well, like taking away the iPad.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like, oh, that's the ultimate. I will take away your iPad. And then it's like, and then you will make my life a living hell for the next 3 days while you don't have it.
Or like you can't play with your friends.
Stick with it, but you know what I mean? You have to stick with it because if they don't, then they don't take you seriously.
That's the hardest part.
I know, it's so hard.
Yeah, or like you can't play with your friends and then you're like,
so then you're 10 feet up my ass for
right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's all a challenge, man. Blamed somebody else, in parentheses, dad, for something that you screwed up. Like perhaps throwing something away of theirs that they valued or losing something, misplacing a scooter.
This makes me feel really bad.
Okay.
So
no one's listening.
Sometimes I'll say that oh my gosh, this is going to make me sound like a horrible person.
It's okay.
But I'll just say, oh, well, maybe the housekeeper accidentally threw it away or,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you can also blame the housekeeper.
I
Yes.
have done it, but that's me. I love my housekeepers. They're amazing.
Well, sometimes it's true. Like sometimes they'll just move something and then you can't find it and it's like in some random spot. Like we can't find my writer's teddy bear right now. And I think that the housekeeper put it somewhere. So I'm like, I don't know. We'll find it later.
Right. Yeah. It's not like mean, like, oh, that nasty housekeeper, mean, whatever.
We can't take all the blame for everything.
Right. We got to deflect some things.
We do.
But with that being said, I'll do my next one, my last one. Never have I ever accidentally thrown away a toy.
Oh, I bet you do that all the time.
All the time.
So then what happens when they ask about it? That's when you say?
I'm pretty selective about the ones that I accidentally throw away. It's stuff that I know that they won't, that I don't think that they'll miss or notice. And every once in a while it'll backfire on me. But kids, they're like collectors of crap, like just little tchotchkes and gadgets and
Spiders got so much of that.
And it makes me crazy.
Yeah, so, I bet. If it makes me crazy, I bet it makes you really crazy.
So that's a big player in our house.
This is one for like when they're little. And I guess this is my last one too. Have you ever let your kid wear, or maybe not when they're little?
It's supposed to be never have I ever.
What am I saying?
Not that.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
Never have you ever. I think I'm saying never have you ever.
I don't think you said any of those words. I'm not kidding. How long have you been in the Zen bin?
Probably true. Not that long. What did I say?
I don't even remember. I just didn't.
I did that on the radio the other day.
Check the tape. What?
I did that on the radio the other day. I was trying to talk about Rick Bowness, the Stars head coach, almost winning the Stanley Cup on his third time to the Cup final. And I said, could be third time's a charm or third charm's a time.
I heard it.
You heard it? What's wrong? Why did I even backtrack on that? I said it right. When you don't know what's coming out of your mouth. And that's not good because I talk on the radio on a place where they will never let you forget when you F something up. I'm hoping that's not on an e-break. So I don't know what I just said there. But I meant to say, never have I ever let a kid wear pee or poop clothes if you don't have spares and hope that nobody notices. Like if you're out and they like poop on themselves and you're like, well,
not poop, but pee for sure.
Yeah.
It'll dry. It'll dry. You're fine.
It'll dry.
You're fine. It'll dry. Yeah. Oh, wait. I do have one more that I thought was funny. When I was looking stuff up. Never have I ever washed a disposable diaper.
Oh, because I did that.
Did you? I've done it. And it's freaky.
Oh, yeah. It like gels up.
Yeah. It's so weird. It's and okay. And also too, it's like not a never have I ever, or maybe it is. Never have I ever left a diaper on so long that it disintegrates like it does in the washing machine. I called my doctor. I called the pediatrician. I was like, something's happened to this diaper. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's coming out of him. And they're like, take a picture or whatever. And they're like, oh, that's just what happens when there's too much pee in it. And it's been there for too long. And I was like,
oh no, it like balls up. Those little,
it starts disintegrating.
Oh no.
And so that happened one time. And it was overnight. It's not like I was just like hanging out, drinking some wine while my kid was drowning in a big wet diaper. But it was overnight. I remember waking up. Right. No, it's just like, oh, you're fine. No, it was overnight. And so
it wasn't after you left them alone in the morning for 3 hours when you went to teach a damn workout class.
So and I called the doctor and the pediatrician. He's like, yeah, that's what happens when they stay on too long. And
just try changing the diaper, hotshot.
Yeah.
We've all been there. And the swim diapers aren't worth a shit. That happens every time they like pee or swim or get in a diaper, the thing like just disintegrates. And every time, no matter what, every time I put Anna in a swim diaper in the pool, she poops.
What is that?
It must like be freeing. It's like their body
and it triggers. Yeah, it triggers something. Yeah.
We don't do that. We outgrow that, right?
I hope not.
I've never done that. All right.
Okay, this was so much fun. The first Mom Game After Dark, which was a complete, total rambling mess where we produced our own show at the beginning of the show so we could show all of our and let all of our listeners and viewers listen into the serious planning that goes on in our shows. Usually there is more planning. This week we were lost cause.
Hey, it was fun. We got it done. Sometimes those are my favorite shows when we just.
I do too. It was fun. It was super fun. Okay, we're gonna post our pictures so everyone can laugh at us, and then hopefully some people will post theirs too. I will, and then I don't know if we'll do a sticker. Thankfully, we don't have to do that sticker thing, so we don't. Whatever, I gotta figure out.
You're already over the sticker thing. We tried. It lasted a week.
And then maybe we'll show some of our favorites next week on the Mom Game, because we'll have Meredith Land with us, which is super exciting. So Meredith is my former roommate and the lead anchor at NBC5 in Dallas. She's a trip. We'll have so much fun because you want to talk about somebody busting my balls. She will tear me up. I mean, it'll be hilarious.
Good. I feel like she's like Dana only because I see her on TV, like so like prim and proper and buttoned up. So I'm excited to like get to know the real her.
She'll let loose on me. Trust me. She will absolutely let loose on me, and I'll poke a little fun at her too. It'll be fun. So Meredith will be with us. Maybe she can share one of her most hideous photos, which I can't imagine she will because she's not sharing hideous photos.
Has to be initiated into the Mom Game Club.
Okay. So next week, back in studio, back on track. We're going to produce the show before the show starts. And in the meantime, we have, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but we do have a new social media guy, Adam Hernandez. We referenced him earlier in the show. He's amazing. He's getting us like focused. He's getting us on track. He's creating really good graphics. He's trying so hard to help us.
He's the best.
Such a lost cause. I mean, we're a work in progress.
We are.
So he's been amazing. And then two, he encouraged us to change the name, our handles from the Mom Game 1 or whatever to the Mom Game Pod.
Now we're a pod. Pods are all the rage right now, right?
Pods are all the rage. So
the rage. Well, how about a Mom Game pod?
So hit us up on our social medias.
I'm doing it again. I don't know what's coming out of my mouth.
At Mom Game Pod. You're talking to yourself. And I'm talking to her.
I gotta get out of here.
You gotta get out of the Zen bin. Okay. All right. So that's it.
That's the Mom Game pod.
Cheers to the Mom Game After Dark. Cheers, Jules. Love you.
Cheers. Love you.
Enjoy your husband. Lock your bedroom door.
Okay. Mom Game out.
Mom Game out.